Hello everyone, this is Motion Design for VR. I've been gone a while. I went to Blendfest and did a bunch of other things, and I've been working on Iron Giant VR project, and I apologize. So I haven't had time to look into how to get AE into Unity. So today I'll be going over some workflows that could actually do that. I just deployed my first animation through that, so I would recommend, like, if you're doing like any type of animation in Unity, really consider the scene and the environment, because you can actually animate in Unity if you're having like PNG, like background images and that sort of thing. But here we go. So we have this nice animation provided by the Commotion team from a while ago. It was on my computer, and I was like, oh, this is a good example of 2D animated cell that is going to look badass in VR. So here we have it. So we're going to need the plugin Shita. So I will bring that up in a second. Okay, you're going to need this plugin. It's called Shita. It's on AE Scripts. And basically, we're going to be using sprites animations to create animations in Unity. Basically, a sprite is like a little character or animation. So here's Shita. So Shita sprite animations. So this is the the plugin you're going to need to create sprite animations in a sprite sheet so that we can have it in VR. So there we have it. There's also an exporter from AE to Cinema 4D, which I'll talk about in a minute. So we have our comp, or whatever. This is pretty simple to do. So we have the plugin, and so we just need to save the sprite sheet. So we would, so it's saved. So we just save, and then it takes a moment. And just make sure you have anything above 1980 or 1920 by 1080. Unity starts to freak out. So I tried 1280 by 720, and it's much better. But it will work. It just depends on your computer and your processing power. Okay, so we end up with something like this. It looks fucked up there, but it'll be fine because it has an alpha, and so this is what we have. You export it as, so it's basically all the frames that we want to put in Unity. So basically, it'll play this as like animation. So now that we go to Unity, excuse me. Okay, so this is what we have. So I'll go through this. I'll delete this, and I will bring this in. So I'll delete this too. Doop. I'll delete this. Okay, so 1280. We'll bring this in. So you're gonna bring the sprite sheet in, and you're gonna want to do sprite 2D. And this is sprite 2D. And then what we're gonna want to do is you're gonna do, instead of single, you want multiple. So then you're gonna go to sprite editor. So this will take a minute because at least my version of Unity takes a minute to actually upload this, and it's also 1280 by 720, which is fairly large. So give this a minute. Okay, now we're back. So this is what we come up with. So we're gonna click splice, and then we're gonna do automatic, or we're not gonna do automatic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do grid, and we're gonna do it by the actual size of your comp. So you do 1280 by 720, and so then you're gonna go slice, and so then it will slice the comp. This is going to take a minute. Okay, so we have it. So this is all each layer that we need to make an animation. So I will delete this as well. Okay, so we have this now. So now we need to wait. Is it applied? Excuse me. Oh, it is not applied. So make sure you apply it. So that takes another second. By the way, Blendfest was amazing. If you were there, it was just credible. The people that ran it was awesome. It was nice to see Giant Studio. Everyone was awesome, and I was really inspired. So I hope a lot of you go to those festivals, because it's something incredible. Anyways, so we have this now. We have an animated sequence. Basically, these are all children of this. So what we need to do now is create an animation, which is right here. If you don't have that on your window, it's in the window panel. So what we're going to do is we're going to okay, so we're going to drag this onto here. Or no, Is it working? Yeah, it's working. Okay. So it takes a minute to do that. My computer's a little laggy, so I apologize. So we have this. So what now we need to do is we need to add an animator to this. So we're going to add an animator. And then we're also going to create um, uh, where is it? An animation. So we're going to name this Tut AE. Well, whatever you want. And then we're going to go back to here. And we're going to drag sprite editor. It's very laggy. Okay, so you drag this into here. You drag this into here. Okay. Well, that's not working as I planned. But so you use tut AE2, and you basically add wouldn't add it to it. So I'm going to basically add a property to this object, and it will be able to create an animation off of it. So now we have an animation. So there we have it. So now what we can do is you click this, and you click this, and then you go drag this into here. So now right here, the most important thing is it samples it at 60 frames per second. So right now if we play it, it'll go very, very fast. So most of us work in 30 frames per second, so we're going to go 29. So yeah, now we're going to have our animation. So we actually could see this in game, in game mode. And so, yeah, so that's how we import the animations into Unity. So we're talking about how we stop the animation. So what we would do is we would click this. It's Tut AE, which is the animation thing that was created for the After Effects, or for the animation, the cell that we're doing. So automatically it's a loop, so you would turn that off. There's also another way of doing this. So you could also do this by using the mesh render. So basically right now I have it turned on, and then I have it turned off. So I'll click that. So you can animate properties. So if I wanted to animate any of these, I could turn them on and off. But so I have it on, and right now I have it off. And then to make sure this works, you would actually need to have the keyframe at the very end if you're not going to do that. If you're going to do this, but obviously the loop thing is the most easiest. But this is another thing I found out as well. So I'll be talking a little bit right now about how you export from Cinema 4D or AE into Cinema 4D, so that you guys can have like a small glimpse of how that works. Okay. Oh, there it opened. Okay. So this is actually the comp that I tried originally to get this to work. So in After Effects, you need to make sure you have the camera to export the 3D data. So you can see that each plane is there, like each element. So like it exported as like these giant, one surface. But if you do it correctly, you can also have like several different planes. So you could have like like a door on one level, and it'd be like different plane levels, so that it's not all like one flat area. Because all these are on actually the same level. Obviously, the ideal thing we would want to do is have this the texture animate, and I've never found a methodology that really works for that, to be honest. And it'd be better if you just exported using the sprite methodology, because it's faster, more efficient than using this and doing that. But yeah, so this is just that little workflow that you have, but it's in After Effects, so I don't know if I showed this already, but I'll show it again. You do export, max on, and then it does the planes, but you make sure you have these on and the camera. Okay, so that's all for this tutorial, but I'm going to be doing a tutorial about 360-degree video soon. I just bought a camera rig, and I'm also going to be doing a tutorial on how to deploy to cardboard. It's actually really, really easy, and it's the lowest barrier to entry. If you guys want to work with me on a project, I have several things in the works. Let me know. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to email me. But this has been the tutorial. So yeah, have a good week.